Level 2, Grotto. Welcome back to Let's Play Link's Awakening. I'm Gear you, and today we're going to be entering the second dungeon. It took us 5 videos to get to the first dungeon Majora's Mask, and by the time we reached the 4th video, we're in the second dungeon. Yeah, I know this is a 2D game and all, and these games are a lot shorter than 3D games, but come on, that's still kind of cool. Maybe. Anyway, this dungeon is not as straightforward as Tail Cave, I think it is called. Just keep that in mind. And also, this dungeon, you need the magic powder for the first part of it because it is required to progress through the dungeon. If you're like me, played this game a million times, then you shouldn't really need the magic powder all that much. But if you're a newcomer to the game, then you're probably gonna need magic powder. Like I talked about in the first video, you can get the magic powder by going into the forest and getting another toadstool. It's going to be the same location every time, I think. But that's not the point. The point is, we're going through a dungeon. This dungeon introduces a new gimmick. Well, it's not entirely new to the series, because this was in the previous game in the series, which was The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. In A Link to the Past, there were these block things, and as you can see right here, they rise and lower whenever you hit the switch. The big difference is that in A Link to the Past, if you were standing on top of the switch when they were raised, you actually took damage. That is not the case in this game, so keep that in mind. And I noticed that I've been talking about Link to the Past a lot in my Let's Play. Believe it or not, Link to the Past is actually the second Zelda game that I ever played. I had the Game Boy Advance version of it, but I could not figure out how to, but I was able to get into the palace, but I was just never able to actually beat it, because, I used all my magic powder before I even, entered that place. So I was all like, what do I do in this place? But yeah, even though I played Link to the Past when I was a kid, I don't have the same nostalgia that I have for this one. I think that's the right word. But yeah, speaking of Link to the Past, that's a pretty cool game. If you haven't played that one, go check it out. It's pretty cool. And there's a sequel for it on the 3DS, Link Between Worlds, which I'd love to get someday, but unfortunately I don't have it, which makes me depressed. Not really. But anyway, back to this game. Make sure to prepare for this next area because the spiky turtles of death are awaiting you. You can't see it because of the way the camera is positioned, but there's a door up here. I do apologize for the fact that I'm using a camera to record this game. This is the only way that I can record this game. I've been wanting to do this one forever, but unfortunately I cannot. This is the only way I can record this game. I don't have a 3DS capture card, and while I'd like to someday, I can't really get one, which is sad and depressing. In here, there's another dark room. Just be careful in this area, but you soon have too much trouble with it. But right now, we are facing the big boss. This guy, I don't actually think he has an official name. I actually call him Bomby because he throws bombs. That's a stupid name. Anyway, he'll throw bombs at you, and if he gets too close to you, he will throw you. This isn't a problem on its own, but combined with the fact some of the floor will crumble if you stand on it too long, then that can be an issue. Whoa! I just activated a glitch. I am awesome. So yeah, what that talks about right there, it says that that somewhere in this dungeon, we have to defeat the Pulse Voice, I think it's called, and we have to defeat that first, and then Stalfos. Keep that in mind, because that's actually going to help you solve a tricky puzzle in a couple minutes. And now we have the dungeon map. Hooray! Watch out for those, that, blueberry of death. It will try to pull you towards the pit, which is not the best, fate. Smeltery powder if you need it, which you are going to need for this next area, because they're boobs. So scary. Not really. They're actually really cute. How you defeat them is that you have to light up the room and then you can attack them. They'll automatically be defeated if you light up both of the things, but they'll try to get away from you if you light up one of them. And we just got a new item right there. That was the bracelet. The bracelet lets you pick up jars and stuff like that. I always thought the bracelet looked more like a croissant, but that's just me. We can go back to the beginning of the dungeon, because you may have noticed that there was a treasure chest in there. This treasure chest has some rubies. So now that we have that, just so you know, this bracelet, it's one of my favorite items in the game, along with the feather, because not exactly because of the way that it works, but what I love about it is that it greatly opens up the overworld, and I'll be demonstrating that in the next video. I'll be demonstrating just how much this overworld truly gets opened after you get the bracelet. So the owl statue a moment ago told us that we need to defeat these bunny things, which are called Bull's Voice, and we have to defeat the Stalfos last. So defeat the Bull's Voice, the Keith, and then the Stalfos. Alright, sorry about that quick cut. I had to edit out some of my failures because I actually got a little bit confused about this puzzle. So what we have to do right here is that we need to pick up these jar things. It's widely considered the best combination. The bracelet and the feather. It's like one of the best combinations ever. But as I pointed out last video, I think it was, I am very, very picky about how my items are equipped, because I always want to have my sword equipped for whatever reason. But this is not exactly the best idea, because it just makes me have to go into the pause menu even more. And as you guys probably know, this game, it was kind of criticized for how often you have to go into the pause menu. Considering this is a Game Boy game and they had like 3 buttons on it, the D-pad, the A and B buttons, well, 6 could be 5 if you count the start and select buttons, but that's not the point. The point is, there were not a lot of buttons on the Game Boy, so I guess that's kind of the best way that they could have done this. This next area right here, we need to actually pick up this jar, because this one, as you can see, has an angry face, because he thinks he's tough. That one you need to pick up the jar to make me get a bit heavier so that the platform will actually lower. And now, it's time to face the boss of this dungeon.
Nene, you can't hurt me as long as I have my bottle.
So yeah, this guy, he's kind of like a genie dude. And as you guys probably heard a second ago, that was Cordy's voice, who was doing the voice for the genie. He does the best impression of this guy ever. So this guy, we cannot actually, how we're supposed to defeat this guy is that we have to pick up the bottle and throw it at a wall.
Nene, you can't hurt me as long as I have my bottle.
We cannot break the bottle with the sword, so just keep that in mind. And he is practically invincible with the bottle. So we have to destroy the bottle first, and then we can take care of him. I struggled with this boss fight because when I was a little kid, I was really, really impatient. So what I'd do is that I'd go outside of the dungeon to go get a potion, which I'll be showing in the next video, where you can get the potions. Um, I'd go get a potion, and then I'd fight this guy, because I was really, really bad at it.
Whoa, you broke my bottle. Why, you make me hopping mad.
Oh no, he's hopping mad. Yeah, I love the dialogue in Nintendo games. Yeah, we have to defeat this guy. He's kind of evil. Go figure, because he's the boss. And we defeated him! And we stole his heart! We're monsters! Thank you guys for watching this video of Link's Awakening, and until next time, live gear to you! Prairie, prairie, the prairie is waiting.